up there, YouTube? What's going on, guys? It is D-Don here, the most chill COD player, bringing you some more advanced warfare DNA bomb action. This is with the Pytaek Loophole. This is one of the two elite variants. I haven't got to play with the other one, but this one is an absolute monster. There's only a couple things I really don't like about it. One is the fact that when you have an LMG calling in your UAVs and your system hacks, just calling it any streak, it takes absolutely forever. The reload doesn't really bother me because you have 150 shots, and when you double tap, you reload super quick. The recoil is nice, and the ADS is actually really fast. I would say probably ADS is faster than the Bal Inferno if you've ever had any experience with that. So I really like this gun. Just the one main thing that really kills it for me is the fire rate. It's pretty low. I think it's coded into the game at around 675 rounds per minute, which is pretty slow. But it's probably the best LMG if you like to play passive. Now that's all I really got to say about the gameplay and the gun. Today I have another interesting article that I would love to share with you guys. Not really a crazy story, just something that people don't really think about too terribly much, and so that's kind of why I found it interesting. And that is 8 crazy things that we have left on the moon. I know that sounds really strange, but whenever I list these things off, you're going to be like, oh, well, that is weird. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So it's estimated that there's about 400,000 pounds of stuff that we've left on the moon, just from stuff that we've launched into space or from other projects that we have scrapped, and so instead of having to return to Earth, they just crash land on the moon. But there are some things that we do know of that are quite strange. So the first one being that there are 96 bags. 96 bags. It doesn't say how big the bags are, but 96 bags of human feces left over from man's missions to space. Some of them are empty, but I mean, on your return to Earth, you really don't need all of them, so they just dump all the ones that they've used. So there's a bunch of poop and pee. Kind of gross. 12 pairs of space boots. Once again, if you're done on the mission, you don't need space boots, so they just dumped them at the end. There's a plaque signed by Richard Nixon, since he was the president at the time of the Great Space Race. There's some artwork by really famous artists at the time, notably Andy Warhol. They made this little thing, and an astronaut actually snuck it in with him on the moon landing. There's a couple golf balls. I'm sure we all have seen those videos of Alan Shepard, who decided to hit a couple golf balls while he was on the moon. And so those are obviously left there. It says a controversial piece of art, which I don't know, that's really not that exciting. There's actually a falcon feather on the moon, and you're probably wondering why. It's because one of the astronauts wanted to prove to everyone that in space, with little to no gravity, 2 objects of different weights will actually fall at the same rate. So he dropped a bowling ball and a feather, and they both fell at the same rate, but he picked up the bowling ball and left the feather. And then lastly, there's a picture that one of the astronauts left on the moon, of one of his family, of him and his family. So I don't exactly know why, but he just decided to leave it there, maybe for some aliens to find. I don't know. But yeah, it's really short and simple, guys. I just thought that was really interesting. Let me know I mean, as the Earth grows, there is always the possibility that maybe in the future we might have to start launching our trash and debris into space, which is kind of gross. The fact that we're polluting not only our own planet, but another planet. But that's some stuff that we've obviously left there so far. I know it's kind of random, kind of weird, but that's kind of the whole point of it. But hopefully you at least found it interesting. If you did and you liked the video, like is always appreciated. If you hate it, then dislike it and leave me a comment why. Make sure to check out all links below in the description. And if you're new and enjoy my content, a subscription is always appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.